Taking a look at the grid for the Canadian Grand Prix, Lewis Hamilton once again showed his excellence around the Canadian circuit by taking pole position for the race tomorrow. Sebastian Vettel lines up alongside the two-time world champion, with the other silver arrow of Nico Rosberg lining up in third. Next up are the two Williams boys of Massa and Bottas, with the other Brazilian of NASA in sixth. Nico Hülkenberg took seventh place, with the only Red Bull driver of Ricciardo alongside him. The Lonely Lotus of Romain Grosjean and Sergio Perez round out the top 10 for the 7th round of the 2015 season.
What's going on, guys? Aarava here. Welcome back to my F1 Ultra Mod career mode. We're back with episode number 7 today for the Canadian Grand Prix. Episode number 7. I can't quite believe we're already at 7. It's felt like we only started episode 1 yesterday, but we are here for the 7th installment here after Monaco. If you have missed that one, episode number 6, then you can check it out on my channel below. That was an absolute awesome race at Monaco. I'm going to spoil it for you now. I've given you plenty of time. Obviously, it was a 1-2 for Ferrari with myself in second place and my teammate getting his first win of the season in first place. The first 1-2 for Ferrari, the first win for Ferrari, the first win for Vettel, and, you know, just many firsts. And one thing we haven't been able to tick off is our first win. Obviously, I still haven't won a race, so I'm hoping that we can win this one. We'll be gunning as hard as we can. Obviously, you guys know Canada is one of my favorite circuits on the calendar to race on F1 games, so I'm hoping we can do it. But right now, we're still leading the Drive Championship, actually, out of pure consistency. It's very strange that we've just been so consistent, because usually I do muck a few things up in the first few races, because generally the first few races aren't my favorites, but, you know, we've been pretty damn consistent compared to everyone else. And, you know, dare I say it, could it be one of those things where it was like Keke Rosberg winning a championship by only winning one race? Could it be something like that? You know, we win one of these races, but then we never win one again. I mean, with the consistency we have, that's totally not out of the question, but we'll see today. I'm hoping that we can win this race, so let's go to the grid. Not much else to say. There's a chance of rain, which will spice things up later on in the Grand Prix, but let's go to the grid for the Canadian Grand Prix. Can we get that elusive win? Let's find out today. Right, so here we are in P20 for the Canadian Grand Prix. We go towards 5 red lights. For the 7th round of the season, we are off. We're going towards that turn 1. It's a very narrow part of the circuit, so we're going to have to watch out what we can actually do and probably take it a bit cautiously with the realistic damage. And straight away there, you must say that's a bit of a weird movement for my car, as Stevens sort of brake checked me there, so I had to sort of dive out of the way. But now we're up into 19, feeding around him. Now you can see all the cars are bunching up quite a lot. We're going to have to take it quite cautiously here. Looks like there's been a bit of a, oh god, there's been a huge kerfuffle there. 2 cars out of the Grand Prix. I think that's a Lotus and a Sauber there, and now we're down to 18 runners in the Grand Prix. We're in 17th place. We're going to try and hang around the outside of this Manor car, go down the inside of Sainz, but we break a little bit our front wing on Kvyat there. Alonso going very slowly. I think he may have lost his front wing, as he's going very slowly, and he completely just blocks us and allows us to go down to 17th briefly before we overtake him for 16th. So Alonso there blocking us, an absolute treat, didn't help us one bit. So quite a lot of chaos there in the Grand Prix on the first lap, but now we're on to lap 2, and we caught up to Sainz quite a lot there. He was actually going so slowly that I nearly rammed straight into the back of him on the exit of that hairpin because of the Manor car. But now, no DRS, obviously, that's activated on lap 3. So can we just get him on pure slipstream here, right behind him in his gearbox? Now move to the right. Can we get him down the inside? Yes, we can. Hit the apex of the first and the second of the chicane, and now we're on the back of Rossi. Surely in the Manor car, he's not going to have the pace. We should surely get him down the inside here, the American. We move to the left-hand side of the circuit, dive down the inside. He's actually done well to stay with us, but now on the exit and the entry to turn 2, we go right round the outside and we're up into 14th place, and that is how it's done. So now we've got to try and overtake Kvyat. We've closed up to him in the next 2 laps onto lap 4, and onto the end of lap 4, so it'll be lap 5 by the end of this move. But hopefully we can get him here on the exit. Really nice entry into the chicane, got plenty of momentum there. Hamilton set a purple lap time, so him and Vettel are probably fighting up ahead, but we go right round the outside of the Fiat, and no harm done. He nearly squeezed us onto the grass there, so a little bit of a tense moment, a little bit of a tentative moment, as I thought he might have not given me the room, but we go and set a purple lap time, bang in that fast lap. So we are really flexing the muscles here at Canada, and always here at Canada, I feel really in the groove. I've said it many times, one of my favourite tracks, and I really feel this could be the one that we win the Grand Prix. Let's see how we do in the coming stages. So on to lap 5, right behind Maldonado. No DRS, he's got DRS, but still we've got the pace. Down the inside, did a little bit of a dummy there. We go around the outside, he's still there on the inside, so we have to hang it around the outside, give him the room, but we have got up into 12th place. He had DRS, so I'm quite impressed by that, by the straight line speed of the Ferrari. Obviously, they've been working hard over the winter, over the previous season, to really improve this Ferrari engine over the Mercedes one, and it just shows there. With DRS, we overtook the Mercedes powered Lotus. So now we're in P12 on lap 7, right behind Jenson Button, who's done very well, you must say, to get up into 11th place. But what can we do as we feed it through this chicane? And we're just going to take it quite cautiously, see where the move ends up. Down the inside, I can see Jenson leaves me the room a little bit. He's going to squeeze us in the apex. We go side by side. He's still side by side there. Still side by side. We get very close to his front wing there. You can see in the bottom right, but we just overtook him for 11th place. So right behind points now, Daniel Ricciardo, the last person in the points, and that's done by lap 7. You can just see the absolute pace we have right now at the Canadian Grand Prix. Awesome stuff to see. And now right behind Ricciardo, move to the right hand side of the circuit, dive down the inside, hit the apex of the hairpin, and that is just textbook move there, down the inside of the hairpin. And we're finally up into points. P9 actually looks like someone else is out of the Grand Prix, because we now got only 17 runners, so someone else has lost it in somewhere here in Montreal. It's been quite a front wing off fest, you must say, because we had 2 cars that had their front wings off previously, and then we had 2 casualties in the first lap, and oh dear God, there's another casualty. Rosberg is out of the Grand Prix, or not out of the Grand Prix, he's lost his front wing, sorry. But just as I was mentioning losing front wings, we see another casualty of Montreal. What is it with this circuit and the AI losing their front wings? But Rosberg, that is huge for the championship. Rosberg, obviously my nearest rival in the championship. He's quite some way behind me now because of that 1-2 at Monaco and his demise in Monaco. But he is still very much a rival. He's still very much in the championship fight by all means. And he's lost his front wing, so that is going to be huge for us. And on to lap 10, you can see Sebastian Vettel there briefly on the top left we saw. He's first place. Vettel is in first place. And now we're going right around the outside of Max Verstappen, who's also lost his front wing. It is all coming up aarav right now in P7 at the moment, lap 10. Sebastian Vettel is winning the Grand Prix as well. Hamilton, I'm assuming, is in second place, trying to get that first place from him. But it is all coming up Ferrari as well. Could this be another 1-2 for Ferrari by the end of the Grand Prix? We're going to have to see. We've got plenty left of the Grand Prix so far. So we're cutting later on to Grand Prix. 6 laps later, indeed, on to lap 16. We're right behind Sergio Perez now. I'm going to try and take him for 6th place. The MakerGen in the Force India. Obviously, he'll have quite good straight line speed, but we will have DRS surely. There we go. Open up the rear flap. Get that extra speed in the slipstream. Move out to the right-hand side of the circuit, and we'll get him pretty damn easily, even before the braking zone of the chicane. And we're up into 6th place. Now up to 4th place, indeed. And I don't exactly know why. There's no one in the pits. That's a Manor car on the left-hand side. There were no cars in the pits, so we've got up to 4th place in a split second. I don't know exactly how. I think someone must have crashed. So, yeah, a lot of casualties in Canada, and we've done well to keep our car somewhat intact. As you can see, we've still got a bit of front wing damage. Vettel set to fast lap the Grand Prix. We're going to stick out one more lap here, so we're going to continue on to lap 18. As you can see, we've got P4 and P3 in the pits right now, so we're up into 2nd place. And hang on, P3 was Hulkenberg, P4 was Nasser. Perez is right behind me in P3, so he was previously P5. Vettel is now P1. So where on earth is Hamilton? Has Hamilton also had an altercation? Have both Mercedes again tripped over one another or over someone else? Because right now it is a 1-2 for Ferrari, albeit I have to pit right now on lap 18. So we're going to come into the pits right now, speaking of that, onto the prime tyres. But yeah, right now, where on earth is Hamilton gone? I'm trying to think. I'm so confused right now where Hamilton is. He must have had it into... And what is my team doing? Ferrari, what was that? My garage wasn't even ready for me. My garage, my pit crew were just sitting there having a cup of tea in the garage, and they weren't even ready for me. And that means we've had a 6-second pit stop. Just great stuff, Ferrari. Okay, that was just brilliant. I can't even explain that. I said I was going to come in this lap. I indicate that with the tyre change, and yet my team weren't ready. And that means we've lost the place to Perez. Absolutely brilliant. Great stuff, Ferrari. Great stuff there. So we're down to 5th place now. Perez in 4th, but more importantly, where on earth is Hamilton? Hamilton is nowhere to be seen yet in this Grand Prix. He must be down the order or out of this Grand Prix, which is absolute madness. We've only got 13 runners in this Grand Prix, which is also madness, so it kind of questions on what on earth is going here on in Canada. The AI just keep on tripping over each other, but now with DRS there should be another easy move on Perez to get back up into 4th place. Nasser is in 3rd place. I still don't know what on earth he is on right now this season. He is doing absolutely spectacularly this season to just get in these positions. I don't know if he's taking the tyres so long compared to other cars. I just don't know what it is. And I think at the moment Hulkenberg is in 2nd place, which is also another surprise position for him. So now we've got on to lap 26 now. You can see the clouds are starting to come in over Montreal, so it looks like it will start to rain eventually. We did have 45% chance of rain, remember, so you can see the clouds are starting to come in. It's generally a lot darker now on the circuit on your screen, you can see, so the rain is coming eventually, so that will be something we have to worry about and something we could use to our advantage, because I think I probably have the edge over Vettel in the wet. I don't truly know, but I think I probably do have the edge over him, because I have had the edge over the Mercedes in the wet, remember, at Monaco, so I think we will have the edge over him. But as I'm talking about that, we made a pretty dicey move around the outside of Nasser there on the exit of the high-speed chicane. We tried to make it down the inside of the first part. Nasser wasn't having any of it, but we then got him on the exit there. So now we're trying to chase after Hulkenberg, but we got onto lap 42, and we still haven't caught him up. There's still a 14-second gap to Hulkenberg after having from lap 26 to lap 42 to try and catch him, just showing off the huge amount of pace that Hulkenberg and Vettel have had in this Grand Prix so far. But now on lap 44, we are in 2nd place at the moment. Hulkenberg is pit, and I believe he is just pit for dry tyres, which is very, very stupid of him 2 laps later, because now you can see the rain is fully coming down. It is time for intermediate. So Nico Hulkenberg, much like sometimes in the real-life Grand Prix, you have made a bit of a silly error there, and you've gone onto the dry tyres 2 laps early than you could have done for the intermediate. So we've got into 2nd place, and I think this will be a legit 2nd place. We'll have to see. Hulkenberg goes through. Look, he's gone through on dry tyres. What an absolute plonker. We've gone onto the green wall intermediate tyres, and now we're going to come out. Should be P3, because I think someone just came in. Yet P3 there. Perez comes in for his pit stop. So we're up into P3. It should be, theoretically, P2 by the time we go around again and Hulkenberg eventually pits, because I believe 100% that he did go onto the dry tyres on lap 43 or lap 42, whatever it was, right before the rain came down. So Vettel at the moment, P1 still. I haven't even seen him the entire Grand Prix. Have not even seen his car the entire Grand Prix. He has absolutely just been dominating this entire Grand Prix so far. But now onto the end of lap 45, this should be P2, because I believe Hulkenberg should be in. Yep, there we go. There is his dot. That should be him in the pits right now. So we're coming across the line, and it's going to be P2. There you go. P2 right now. We've got a 22-second gap to Vettel. Now, we had a similar gap in Monaco, and we managed to close that down. I do have the pace over these guys in the wets. It's just a feeling I have with the car against Vettel. I think we can have him. We can have him. We've got so many laps of the Grand Prix left. Surely we can try and catch up to him. And on lap 48, we're starting to catch up on said Sebastian Vettel. And hopefully we can do it. You can see the conditions are getting quite poor as well. You can see I had a bit of a tank slapper there on the exit of the corner. And it is nearly time for wet tyres. I think one more lap will do it. And then we'll definitely be on to the full wet. We're already closed him up to 17 seconds in a matter of 2 laps. So he's been struggling so much, Sebastian, in these tricky conditions. It's pretty much time for full wets right now. So definitely I've been, managing it a lot better. 1 lap later, definitely time for wets. You can see the tyres are stone cold now on the right hand side on the hood. So it's definitely time to come in now for the full wet tyres. And all this while, we've been catching Sebastian. And you can see there, look, in the pits right there, his yellow dot. We are so close to him now, and we've got 20 laps left of the Grand Prix. we can have him. I believe we have him. Pause the video now, guys. Let me know if you think we can get him for the win. I truly believe we can try and get him. That was a great stop for us, 3.7, and we can try and get him now with full wet tyres. We've caught him up so much in intermediate conditions. Surely we'll catch him up on full wets. He's only probably 10 seconds max ahead of us. 14 seconds there. 14 seconds. With 20 laps to go, we just got to be 1 second faster than him every single lap, and we'll get him. We'll nab him. And on lap 60, 10 laps to go. You can see just faintly there in the distance, there is his car. You can see the red dot just blinking there through the chicane. There you go. You can see his name tag now, and we have caught up to Sebastian Vettel. So here we go. We have a fight on our hands. Can we get Sebastian Vettel for this Grand Prix? This will be our first win of the season if we can get him. He's going to put up a fight, but can we get him? He places his car quite well through turns 1 and turns 2. Can we do a switch back? We try it, but now we lose the rear of the car a little bit. We nearly crash into the wall. We save the car, keep composure, and now we're going to try and go again and catch back up to him. So that was very, very close. Just showing how tricky the conditions are. We're really losing the rear end. I need to work on my throttle management a little bit more. We're going to try and overtake him now. We've got 9 laps left of the Grand Prix. Can we do it? Can we do it? We need to close up to him and just not make that same mistake of just planting the power way too early. But now, on to lap 69. 2 laps left. Pretty much 1, because we're coming to the end of this lap. We've got one lap left to try and overtake our teammate Sebastian Vettel. This is turning out to be the best opportunity we have had this entire season to win a race. So we have to take him by the scruff of the neck and try and make him move at some point in this last lap. We're actually also saving fuel at the same time. Look at that on the right-hand side. -1 lap of fuel. So we're going to have to do a lot of things this last lap if we want to try and make this win possible. We're in the slipstream of Vettel. I wonder, can we make a move down the inside into turn 1? We're gaining. We dive down the inside to the left-hander. He goes side by side with us through turn 1, through turn 2. He goes on the inside to defend. We go right around the outside. Good grip. He's still down the inside. We lose the back end a little bit. We just squirm through, and we're into first place. He comes back at us, though, side by side. We're going to have to try and just stick behind him. Vettel has come back at us on the last lap of the Grand Prix, so it's still not over yet. We're still right behind him in his gearbox. Look at the spray coming off. It's all very, very blurry at the moment. Can we make another move down the inside? Yes, we can. Hit the apex. Go a little bit wide. Push him off, and we have got into first place. We're still scoring around. It's not over yet. Has Vettel got anything to come back at me to combat that move? He's going to try, maybe look on the left-hand side. We're going to have to try and defend on the inside of this next high-speed chicane. We do so. We go through. Our DRS is now broken. That's fine. We're in the wet. We're still saving fuel at this point, remember. Is Vettel going to make another move? He gets a very good exit off that corner. Is he going to make the move? Round the outside and the hairpin. We go down the inside to defend quite well. Hit the apex. Go on wide. Can we just keep it? Please just keep it. Yes, we can. And looks like that will be first place. Vettel, is he going to get some slipstream? Let's see. Is he going to get it back? This could be a very, very close, intense moment at the end of the Grand Prix. We're just about going to be on optimum fuel level, I wonder. Yes, there you go. Optimum fuel level. So we just absolutely nailed that fuel management. We come through the final chicane, and we are going to come through for our first win in the season. That is the Canadian Grand Prix win. Get in. Oh my god, that is absolutely awesome. We've got our first win finally of the season. It only took 7 bloody races. That is a lot longer than I'm used to. That is absolutely awesome, and that means great stuff for the championship. It's another 1-2 for Ferrari. Get the fuck in there. Get in there. That is awesome. Guys, smash that like button for another 1-2 for Ferrari and my first win of the season. That's absolutely awesome. Awesome stuff. And look at that. Rosberg down there in 5th place, and Hamilton DNF that Grand Prix. That is absolutely crazy. And for the championship, it looks like this now. We are on 121 points there. Rosberg in 2nd with 94. Vettel 89, closing up on Rosberg, Massa, Bottas, and then Hamilton. It's all getting very close between P2 all the way down to, you must say, about even 6 with Hamilton. I've got a bit of a healthy lead now in the championship, but that's been purely out of consistency. And the next race is Austria, not my favourite Grand Prix, so that is a chance for Rosberg and Vettel Vettel to close up on me. But right now, really healthy lead. But we've seen in past seasons of career mode, we can't take any liberties. We have to keep on working hard to keep that place if we want to try and win the championship by the end of it. But for Ferrari as well, that is absolutely amazing stuff for us. 210 points for us for Ferrari. Mercedes was 142. So look at that. We've got such a commanding lead of the constructors. That's absolutely fucking awesome. That's awesome stuff. 2 1-2s in a row. We said it at Monaco that we're going to sort out our race pace, and oh yes we have. Absolutely awesome stuff. But guys, if you haven't enjoyed that Grand Prix, leave that like button, smash that like button. It'd be absolutely awesome if we could try and aim for another 1,500 likes. That'd be absolutely awesome. Comment below what you thought. If you're new around here, then do subscribe for weekly videos. I've been aarava, and I'll see you guys next time for another installment of the Ultramod Austrian Grand Prix next Monday. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
I'll answer all the prayers that your lips place, corrupt Bible lies. I'll pull you in, let me pull you in so slow. A new religion and a cult where we both cope. I'll take you too far just to let go. Turn off your mind.